Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus, guys, giving you more of the meta. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some more gameplay you're running with this Rams offense. In particular, once again, we're going to be taking a look at the gun bunch, spread nasty. This opponent really had bad defense. He really wasn't that great of a defender, so I pretty much had my way with him. Basically just moving the ball. He did put me in a situation where I had to settle for 3, but actually his offense was bad, so it was good that I actually settled for 3 because it really changed the dynamic of the game, because I took the points opposed to putting myself in a situation where he could get the ball in the where he could put me in a situation where I didn't get any kind of points whatsoever. So right here, I'm in the wing set. Just hit him with a simple, inside dive because he had the center uncovered. And then I go ahead and go into this weak close trips formation. And I basically run this where I'll flip the play and then actually go ahead and motion another blocker. And as soon as he gets past the center, I'll try to snap it as quickly as possible. And you can see, get really good blocking here, a nice little broken tackle to actually pick up some good yards. So just having my way with my running game against this guy right now. Now I get a little bit cute, try to go into a passing play, and typically what I do is I look to this, but there's 3 guys out here. I didn't like that. I missed this completely. This guy actually was doing, I think, like a cover 2 shell, and usually what happens is this clears things out. I've got a little flat, and this route will usually be open, but there's a bad read. I had a touchdown. If I would have thrown this guy right here, this would have been a touchdown. I missed that read. I actually hit the corner stop, but you can see defender was there to make a play at the ball. That was a bad read by me. I made a couple of bad reads, but this guy's defense was horrendous. Like, he was always a minute too late. His defenders played stupid for him. So needless to say, I was able to go ahead and pick up some pretty easy yards. So right here, once again, easy, 9 yards off of that play. Jump into this play, which has got those quick outs. How I set this up is I do a curl route and then a flat, and basically have a drag. And all I'm looking to is just this 2, and then the underneath route 3. The underneath route, the drag is always money. It's always going to get separation. I could have hit this. I pretty much could have hit the curl. I pretty much had any route that I wanted, but I did settle for the more secure read with that little read right there. So back at it again. I think I jump into an 0-1 trap with the expectation that he's going to do that. Now I jump out of that and go into another play. And now I'm actually scrambling to try to find the right play. Go into an off-tackle run right here. This is really not a good choice, so I flip the play. I'm running out of time, and I actually am forced to run this area right here. So that was actually not a good call set right there. Now I actually go into basically the whip play. I think I'm going to stick with this. Now I go in the corner, and one of the things I noticed is that this route is just really flush to the line of scrimmage. So what I did is I decided to change this into a return route where he's going to get a little bit more depth, and the goal is to try to hope to get some more separation. He's got man coverage. The one thing with this Ravens team is the man coverage is really sticky. With the Ravens team, I'm able to go and pick up a couple of yards. Now I come out of a draw play, but you can see these defenders are actually kind of inside and lined up. So I'm reading man coverage against this guy. So I think I go ahead and jump into this play, which is going to be the fork. And really what I'm looking is I'm anticipating this guy to lock up, and this should leave this back corner open for an easy completion. But what happens is defender slides out. This is clearing out. He's coming across over the middle, so I should have a little pocket with this delayed route to throw into. So actually his user defender got in the area, and then another guy came out and actually got in the lane. So I almost got picked right there, getting away with one in this type of situation. He just played with a cover 2, which I misread. He might have been playing around with the covered shells, and that was a good decision. So I decided to settle for basically 3 points in this type of situation, just primarily because it was a situation where I'm going to go ahead and take points. I have not seen this guy's offense. I don't know how good of an offensive player this guy is. I'll take the points and have an opportunity to score again before the half if he scores quickly against me. He ends up turning the ball over to me, so I've got the ball on a 30, and my goal right now is to try to milk this clock as much as possible, but put points on the board, ideally a touchdown. Right here, I go into this particular play, and when I have this motion coming across, I'm reading this guy to see if he comes across. If he does, then I'm going to be looking for this deep comeback route if he comes across. If this guy stays like he does, then I've got basically a switch concept. And basically this route is going to come up like so. And a lot of times this underneath route is going to be open. And here's another guy. This guy was running a lot of invert cover 2, and I wasn't reading correctly. Going to watch what happens. This guy shoots up. This guy shoots up, and I've got a post that's going to be right over the middle of the field, but I'm watching this dragging route underneath. So you could see, look at the leverage. This guy's outside. He's outside. I had the wide open touchdown available to me, but I checked it down underneath, and I just didn't read the coverage correctly. So we'll come back and actually get this guy getting himself out of the wrong defense. He was playing a lot of those like random defenses against me. So now I go ahead and jump into a play that I've actually discovered is one of my favorite plays out of this Rams playbook. And all I do is I drag this guy up. I've got this crosser over the top, and this route right here, this out route, a lot of times there's going to be no defender, and you can pick up an easy 10 yards, 15 yards with that route. So I'll do the auto motion, and you can see this guy slides out, and there's a defender right here to play it. I can usually throw that, but why I have this play set up with this drag and this little crosser is because this post is going to clear things out. So you'll watch. He plays the crossing underneath because I've been showing a lot of underneath stuff. But look what happens with that deep crosser, wide open on the backside. I catch it, stay in bounds, and I'm able to go and pick up a big chunk of yards and switch a field position where I'm actually in field goal range. So it's the goal is just basically get yourself into kind of field goal range. Right here, I jump into this particular play, and what I've been doing now is I want to go ahead and make sure I preoccupy these top defenders. And I'm going to look basically 1 to 2, and I've got this little crossing route, which would be a 3, and then I've got the little stick route, which would be a 4. This is just clearing out for me. I'm not looking to that route at all. So right here, I go and snap the ball, and I was looking for this route. I should have hit the out on that particular play, and I got back underneath really quick. The edge defender actually messed up my route, but I'm able to pick up some good yards right there. So the C route was perfect. I watched that release by the running back a little bit longer. I should have been making my regressions from left to right. So right here, I go ahead and jump into the seam route. And because this guy's off coverage, I'm going to go and pop that. And I'll pick up 8 yards. You're going to give me yards. I'm just going to steal those yards against my opponent. So back to the zone run. Right here, I go into an off tackle, outside zone run, and I figured I can get some good blocking. But this defender, which is Roquan Smith, comes off the block and actually catches me in the backfield, and I picked up a single yard on that. Should have been a little bit more, but that's what happens with star defenders. They'll get that type of stuff. So he presses his guys down. I check out of this particular play right here as the clock is chewing down. And actually hit this little curl route right there and take a timeout right in this situation. So I'm inside the 30-second marker. I've got basically 20 seconds left. Now I can go ahead and take my points and put it in there because it's not really going to give this guy any kind of time whatsoever. What I love about this play is that you got the window dressing of this route going out. Usually people slide out, or a defender will come out and play that route, leaving this route basically uncovered unless he has some person dropping up into his zone. So I love this particular play down in the red zone, and then I have another variation of it down in the red zone. You can see he's chasing the running back route, and I've got the zone on the backside with an easy completion for a touchdown on the backside. So that's why I love that particular play. So score is basically 10-7, and I need to shut this guy out. Basically it's 2 minutes left in this type of situation, so I go back into a running play. You could see this guy's out here, but you could see that his defenders are all on the box coming after me, and all I have to do is just get to the outside, and this defender will get pulled up by this blocking right here, and I should be able to pick up an easy first down. So you could see he's pressing everybody down. My tackle holds his block right there, and I'm able to go ahead and pick up a first down with that. So 51 yards on the ground right now with my running back against one of the better defenses in the game. Right here, I go ahead and jump into a play. This is a play I probably should have checked out of because I just don't like the alignment of this defense. These guys are backing. And typically what I like to do is actually put like a crosser where I can pop that because these guys will come down, but there's just too many people in the box. So I decided to do an out route. And you could see, I don't get the animation I'm looking for, and basically I get a little bit tied up on this. Got defenders slide out. I try to throw it. I had to throw it a little bit quicker. I just I didn't want to delay it when these guys could get out. So get into a 2nd and 10 situation. Now he's actually got his guys to the outside. So I'm thinking this guy's in cover 2. So this is where I think I jump into the seam play, which basically is divides, or the seam divide, I believe. And what's going to happen is this route is going to go ahead and slide this defender out. This route is going to carry this other defender, and I should have a nice pocket to be able to throw into against the cover 2 shell based on the alignment of the defense. If he's in a cover 2 shell, and you can see it just opens up like the Red Sea. The defender has to play the flat. I'm able to pop this, get past his safety, and pick up a good chunk of yards right there. So just on autopilot against this guy right now in this type of situation. He actually comes down in a very aggressive front once again. I'm going to flip the ball off the backside, and you can see his defender doesn't get to the outside fast enough. I get a broken tackle, so you can see Swift is just doing a hell of a job against him right now. That's a little bit over 70 yards on the ground. So now I go into basically an inside zone, check out of that, and go into this play, which is going to be this motion. Similar situation with the motion. But now instead of this guy actually sliding out like so, he's going to come up and then come back around. So I'm going to be looking to the running back underneath, and I think I misread this because his defender actually came out and played that area. So you can see he's actually sliding back. So pretty good muser right there, and actually played that correctly. So that was actually not a bad play that he used in that type of situation. I go into this play once again expecting it's man coverage. And the defender, I think what he does is floats up again, and I'm looking for this underneath route, and I froze on it just because I didn't like the look previously where he's in cover 2, and I actually settled it down for a 3rd and goal. So now I just decide, okay, this guy's basically having a field day with the zones. I'm not reading things correctly down here. It's too condensed. I'm just going to go into just an I-form stack formation and just hit him with the zone. So I just want to let you know I just worked on a red zone theme with this particular play with the scheme, just because this is a very effective. I'm scoring a ton of touchdowns just using a zone play like this, a stretch play down to the red zone. I'm just going to commit to it completely as my red zone type stuff. So wanted to show this gameplay. The guy ended up quitting out against me, but once again, guys, thank you for your support. Until next time.